Crochet curling can be a common issue, especially with certain stitches, yarn types, and tension levels. Here are some reasons your project might be curling, along with tips to fix it. 1. Too tight tension. When your stitches are tight, the fabric pulls in on itself, creating an inward curl. Tight tension is often caused by gripping the yarn and hook too tightly or by using a hook that is too small for the yarn weight. How to fix it? Use a larger hook. Try moving up 1 or 2 hook sizes to make your stitches looser. Practice relaxing your grip. Work on loosening your grip on both the hook and yarn. If you find that your hand cramps while crocheting, this can be a sign you're holding the yarn or hook too tightly. Practicing with looser tension can help create a softer, more flexible fabric. Do a gauge swatch. If you're working on a project with a specific gauge, make a gauge swatch to make sure your stitches are relaxed enough. Adjust your hook size if your swatch is turning out smaller than it should be. 2. Using the wrong hook size. A hook that is too small for the yarn weight or stitch pattern can make the fabric dense, leading to curling. This is especially noticeable with yarns labeled as bulky or chunky, as using a smaller hook for these types of yarns makes the fabric more rigid. How to fix it? Follow yarn recommendations. Check the yarn label for the recommended hook size. For example, worsted weight yarn typically calls for a hook in the 5.0 to 6.0 mm range. Experiment with different hook sizes. Don't hesitate to go up or down in hook size depending on how tightly or loosely you crochet. Going up a size or 2 may help the fabric relax and lie flat. 3. Unbalanced stitches or stitch types. Certain stitches, like single crochet, naturally pull the fabric inward and tend to curl, especially if the entire project is done in that stitch. The shorter the stitch, e.g., slip stitch or single crochet, the more likely it is to curl because these stitches create a more compact fabric. How to fix it? Mix in taller stitches. Incorporate taller stitches, like half double crochet or double crochet, which create a looser, more balanced fabric. Alternate stitch patterns. Consider using a stitch pattern that balances tension, such as alternating between rows of single and double crochet, or trying a shell stitch pattern. This mix helps distribute the tension more evenly and reduces curling. Add a looser border. If the main body of your project is curling, adding a few rounds of double crochet or half double crochet around the edges can help prevent the fabric from curling inward. 4. Working in the round. Curling often happens in round projects, like circles, squares, or granny squares, especially if there aren't enough increases to accommodate each row's expanding circumference. This causes the edges to lift or ripple instead of lying flat. How to fix it? Check your increase pattern. Follow a regular increase pattern, e.g., increasing by the same number of stitches each round, to ensure even tension. For circles, try increasing by 6 to 8 stitches each round. For squares, add an increase at each corner. Block your project. Even after correcting the increase pattern, the project may still curl slightly. Blocking, see more on blocking below, can help lay it flat, especially with natural fibers like cotton or wool. 5. Blocking. Details. Blocking is a process where you shape your crochet project and let it dry in the desired shape. It's especially useful for natural fibers, like wool, cotton, and silk, which respond well to water and heat. How to fix it? Soak your project in lukewarm water for a few minutes. Gently squeeze out excess water, don't wring it out. Lay it flat on a blocking mat or towel, stretching and shaping it as needed. Pin it down using rust-proof pins and let it dry completely. Steam blocking. Lay your project flat on a towel. Use a steam iron or steamer to hover over, not press down on, the fabric, allowing the steam to relax the fibers. Shape as desired and let it dry. Killing, for acrylic yarns. Acrylic doesn't hold a blocked shape as well as natural fibers, but you can kill it with steam to achieve a flat shape. This involves lightly steaming without touching the iron directly to the fabric, as too much heat can melt or distort acrylic. 6. Add an edging or border. Adding a border can help your project stay flat by weighing down the edges, especially if the border is made with looser stitches. How to fix it? Choose a relaxed border stitch. Stitches like double crochet or even a shell or scallop pattern will add some weight to the edges and create a balanced finish. These stitches have more height, which helps balance out the tension of tighter, denser rows. Add multiple rows of border. Sometimes, a single row of edging isn't enough. Adding a couple of rows around the entire project can help provide more stability and prevent curling. 7. Experiment with starch or spray. For decorative pieces that need to hold their shape, starch spray or fabric stiffeners can keep the edges from curling, especially for small items like coasters or doilies. How to fix it? Apply starch sparingly. Lightly spray your project with starch or fabric stiffener, shape it while damp, and let it dry completely. Consider fabric stiffener for lasting shape. Fabric stiffener products are more effective for long-term shape maintenance, though they can make the fabric feel stiff. This method is best for pieces that won't need to be washed frequently. Crochet projects curl due to tight tension, small hooks, dense stitches, improper increase patterns, or even the natural properties of the stitch pattern. Relaxing your tension, changing hook size, mixing stitch heights, adding borders, and blocking are all effective ways to achieve a flat finish. With practice, you'll find the best method to make each project look nice and flat. Thank you for watching.